Actually, I was just going to say the times I did try to be strategic just failed fantastically. So I'll give you an example. Between undergrad and graduate school, in the US, we typically don't go directly to business school. They like you to have something 1 to 4 years of experience. And so, right, I'm not going directly to business school. So I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to go into consulting or banking because that will make me a really good candidate for business school. I didn't get any offers in consulting or banking because I was competing against these kids who did business undergrad. They went to the Wharton School. I did the college. So the banks and consulting firms didn't want me. I was bummed out about that for about a month before I picked myself up and decided, okay, now it's time to take that gap year that we don't do in the US. And so I took myself off and did a volunteer program teaching in Russia for a year, which was a fantastically interesting experience. And ironically, probably made me more attractive to business schools because so many applicants were coming from consulting and banking. So it was kind of, in hindsight, it worked out, in my interest. But the one time I tried to be really strategic about it, I failed fantastically. So I find that amusing.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point that, this whole idea of you having this linear career, everything sort of goes in a particular way. If you do have these bumps, you just have to pivot and adjust, and there's no point looking back. And I suppose for you, once you got the rejection out of your system, you went off in this different direction, which actually worked out well for you.
Yeah, I think we can get overly fixated on thinking there's one right path or one right answer here. Like, oh, I see clients who get stuck and I don't know what to do because I don't know if I should do this or that. And I'm like, they're both good choices. And that's what makes it hard, right? And so take one path and you'll develop some qualities and get some experiences, and maybe that will prove where you want to stay. And if not, as you say, you can pivot. But there's not one route. We got to kind of figure our way out and not get too caught up if something doesn't go our way, because it's just about, okay, well, what's important for me now, and what's another way that I can address that or learn that or be in that path right now.
So to some extent, it's really about just taking action and then see what happens. And look, if it doesn't work out, adjust. Would you say it's broadly correct?
Stay open and flexible. Open and flexible, and follow the interests, right? Again, one of those, I think to a certain extent, it's natural early on in our lives to be externally motivated, right? We have to figure out how to survive in our family of origin, to get the grades at school, to be an accepted member of society. All right, some amount of being externally motivated makes sense. We're social animals. We need to belong. But at some point, we need to stop following the rules and the externally set paths and say, okay, what's important to me? And ask ourselves the really simple questions like, what do I love to do? What gives me energy? What do I get excited about? Okay, if I'm not kind of moving in that direction, why not?
Yeah, I just love that, Kelly. And I'm feeling fired up myself listening to all of this.
Good.